Good afternoon, everyone. Joe Ball. I'm Director of Strategic Alliances for Itron, and I have the pleasure of managing the Itron Cisco Alliance on a daily basis. I'm going to take some time today to talk to you a little bit about a transformation that Itron and Cisco are driving in the market, and that's a transformation from purpose-built single application systems to a standards-based enterprise network platform. So today, we all know that smart metering we've been hearing about, smart grid we've been hearing about a lot over the last few years, and we know smart grid is much more than smart metering. But in today's environment, most of the smart metering systems have not been developed to support interoperability between multiple smart grid applications or devices. So what we effectively get from the smart grid applications now is a purpose-built meter-centric application, a single application system. And what we're really trying to do is we're trying to drive the market to open standards, and that's the real purpose and the vision of the Itron Cisco Alliance, was to drive the market to open standards. We've developed an IPv6 communications platform with Cisco that does just that. It allows for interoperability between smart grid applications and devices. It allows to reduction in the total cost of ownership of the system, because now you're spreading the cost of all these different applications and devices over this one common network. It gives us the ability to provide standardized security and network management, and it unleashes innovation to the marketplace by allowing other vendors to develop products that could reside and participate on that network. So what our vision is, and this multi-application vision, and the better architecture that we see is something like this slide is right here. It shows an open architecture where devices will communicate and will be interoperable and be able to communicate across the network back and forth to the respective head-end systems, as opposed to funneling through the proprietary head-end that you saw on the previous slide. So this effectively gives you a plug-and-play type of environment, very similar to what your enterprise network would be at your utility, where you plug the computer in and the network recognizes it, gives you the ability to log on and just start doing your work. That's what we're looking to do here with the integrated multi-application architecture that we have with Cisco. So effectively, we are delivering this platform to the market right now, and it will enable this multi-application network and give us the ability to leverage that network for all sorts of applications, devices that the utility may want to install. So a couple key points on the Itron Cisco Alliance. What have we done? Itron and Cisco have collaborated to bring to market an IPv6 smart grid architecture that brings true multi-service capabilities. What's the value? The joint solution that our utility customers will get this will accelerate adoption and simplify deployment of smart grid applications and devices. It will eliminate the need for proprietary or vendor-specific integration, because again, it's an open standard-based platform that the other vendors will have the ability to develop and integrate with their particular devices. Why this is different? This collaboration transforms, as I mentioned earlier, the traditional kind of purpose-built meter-centric systems to standards-based, scalable enterprise class smart grid architecture. It gives the ability to offer standardized security, standardized network management, and the ability to leverage that network for multiple applications. What does it mean for you? It means effectively interoperability. You have the ability to plug and play different devices on this network. It gives you the ability to have this kind of Ethernet for the smart grid that we were talking about. So what's next for our alliance? Well, right now we have initial field deployments underway at BC Hydro, our first Itron Cisco smart grid customer, and we'll have general commercial availability in mid-2012. So now I'm going to just take a little bit of a change in pathway here, and I'm going to talk specifically about Itron and our solution approach. Itron delivers a unique set of products, solutions, capabilities, and experiences to the industry. Well, we start with at the bottom here with our core products and our core functionality. We hit our products, our hardware and software products hit the areas of measurement and control, network communication, system operations, data management, and analytics. Together with those hardware and software products, we also have in North America here about a 450-person services team that delivers services for the large turnkey projects that are out there, and we have skill set in implementation, system integration, business process redesign, and consulting and analysis. And then where we don't have specific expertise or we need more specialized expertise, we'll go ahead and leverage our 100-plus partner ecosystem to deliver additional services or technologies to that particular customer. So the combination of our core products, services, and our partner ecosystem delivers a multitude of solutions to the utility customers and really drives benefit for the utility, the end consumer, and society. So I will take one last slide here to kind of wrap up and talk a little bit about the architecture, and then I can take some questions if people have any of them. So if we take a look, this is an overall solution architecture for an Itron Cisco IPv6 standard-based network. So we'll take a look at some of the Itron products. So starting at the bottom here in our Itron OpenWay system, we have the smart meter, which is really the foundation of the system. Those smart meters are installed out there in all the homes and create in our nodes in a meshing network, and that creates what we call the IPv6 or the neighborhood area network. Each of those meters have the Cisco IPv6 communications network firmware embedded. So we're bringing IPv6 all the way down to the meter. Those meters, as I mentioned, will form a meshing network, and those nodes will communicate back up to a Cisco connected grid router, which will be the takeout point for the information and the data from the neighborhood area network. That information will get backhauled to the utility and then go into the head-end applications. And for Itron's OpenWay system, we have our OpenWay head-end application called the collection engine, and that's where the information will get processed and then pushed through to other applications inside the utilities network operations center. Another key component in our solution with Cisco is Cisco's network management system, and that network management system provides the management of all the traffic that is going to be pushed through the network. It has quality of service functionality and prioritization functionality, so all the messages that come from the devices or go to the devices is managed based upon priority, and all that information will get to where it needs to be when it needs to be there. So if I want to now focus on this infrastructure and talk a little bit about the multi-service aspect of it, that is the core Itron product and solution we would sell. And then the multi-service aspect of this is the IPv6 standard-based communications network. And this is the area where other vendors can develop applications or devices that could reside and participate in this network. For example, we have some EV charging infrastructure that may sit in the neighborhood area network. We have some distribution automation devices that could reside there and participate in the network. They would push their information back up through the network, very similar to the way the meter data would come through. It would get backhauled through the connected grid router and go to their respective head-end system. You no longer need to go funnel through a single vendor-specific head-end application. So effectively all the devices or applications would use this network as a transport mechanism to get their messages to and from their head-end system and their devices. Further to the right, you may see some other examples of a way to utilize the network, and some of these are the SCADA network or some protection and control systems, workforce management, things like that. These potentially could have different latency and bandwidth requirements than our neighborhood area network created with the smart meters. So these devices could participate on the network just at a higher level, at a higher bandwidth, or a higher speed network, potentially at WiMAX or Wi-Fi or something like that. And again, that information would be transmitted back to the head-end system through the connected grid router. So effectively, that's just a quick snapshot of the Itron Cisco solution, and I'll open up the floor for some questions.